What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So I wanted to make this video when I actually sold out, but I am 95% sold out, so I'm just going to make it right now because I got another video for next week that I want to make. So let's talk about how today, I'm going to just talk about how did I manage to sell out? What am I going to do after the fact that I sell out? How am I going to proceed? And what I'm going to do to make sure that I can save my money and be smart with it. Okay, so I'm going to go over the first thing, which is how did I sell out? The first thing that I did this time would be this new method where I made 6 different TikTok accounts. If you haven't seen my video that I made last week, I went into full depth about it, so I'm not going to go into crazy depth about it, but I'll briefly explain it. I have 6 different TikTok accounts. I redirect everybody that views it and likes it into my Instagram or my website. That causes them to either for me to build a community on Instagram, or that causes them to purchase on my website. So that's kind of how I was really making most of my sales and stuff, was that 6 account thing. It was a really good method that I wanted to try out, and it worked out pretty well. So you can best believe that I'm going to be doing this 100% again. So that is the first thing that I did. Now, the second thing I did was I made sure my website was good every other day. Every 2 days, I would run a test checkout, or I would look at this on the website, or I would look at that on the website and make sure the product pictures are good. I'm a perfectionist, so I was making sure everything was proportioned. I was making sure that everything looked good, everything ran smooth. And then on Saturday, I ran one last test order before I dropped my full drop. So that's what I did. In terms of website. Now for Instagram, I would post twice a day. We've been over this, so I'm not going to go right crazy into it. Sorry, I meant 3 times a day. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, I was posting about 27 times a day across all platforms. But yeah, that's kind of how I prepped everything. I made sure my website was good, and I made sure that my content was good, and I planned out a full schedule so that I knew what to do. If you're not scheduling your stuff, you're not going to do well. You need to know what you're doing so you're not doing stuff last minute. So that's kind of how I sold out. Now I'm going to talk about what is next. All right, so normally when a lot of people, like I know a lot of other brands that restock drops that do really well, and I get that, but I wouldn't consider this a winning product. I feel like this is something that it could have done better, but it's just I want to move on. I want to get back into all the other stuff. So I'm not going to redrop this product ever again unless there's high demand in the future. But I really don't feel like there's a need to redrop this product, restock it. I just think that like with the restocks, it's risky. And unless I have a viral product, I'm never going to restock something again. I've only restocked on my Miami drop, so that was almost a year ago now, and I restocked twice, and now I still have leftover inventory because I kept restocking it and I made too much. I overproduced, so I still have a good amount of Miami stuff upstairs in my room. So I kind of learned from that, and now I know like if it's not a viral crazy product, just don't restock it. And that's another thing that you should take away is after every single time that you drop, you should most definitely be taking down a piece of paper and writing out what you could have done better. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do my analysis on what I could have done better, what I did good, and what I did bad, right? So that's kind of what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sit down and really think about everything so I can improve myself. Every single drop I've learned something, and I'm still learning, right? Even if you think there's nothing else to learn, there's more to learn. After my first drop, I was like, oh, I know everything. Then the second drop, I'm like, okay, now I learned a couple things from the last drop. Now I know everything, but you don't know everything, and you're never going to know everything because you're just going to keep learning and keep learning and keep learning because that's the point in getting better. So that's kind of the whole thing about it is after every drop, you should be taking a couple of days just to figure out what like you did wrong, what you did right, and what you did bad. All that stuff noted down so you never repeat those actions again if they were bad. And if they were good, you make sure you repeat those actions. So now this week, I'm going to get ready to shoot my next drop. I'm going to do a media day on either Saturday or Sunday for my next drop. I'm dropping a sports capsule, and it's gonna feature two styles of compression shirts, tights, leg sleeves, arm sleeves, towels, and there's something else, but I can't remember. But that's what my next goal is. I'm gonna launch this and see how it does. This is a huge experiment for me. Athletic wear, I've done it before, but I've never done accessories for football and stuff. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna do a big shoot probably in the following week with a bunch of my boys and just see how that goes. I think it can do well if I market it right. So that's what I'm going to be doing next month. Then the month after that, I have girls sets coming. Then the month after that, I have t-shirts dropping. Then the month after that, I have boys sets dropping. Then the month after that, I have duffel bags dropping. And then I have these crazy tracksuits that are coming. I got actually the pants on right now, but I'm not going to show y'all right now. But yeah, so that's kind of what is next for me. In terms of growing, I can't wait to grow. I'm gonna keep reinvesting. I'm gonna keep making. So with all this money that I'm making from this drop is going right back into the business. Please, 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 please put all your money back into the business. Don't waste it on stupid stuff. Just put it back into the business unless you're relying on your business or if you've already made it. So for me, all that money is staying in my Shopify balance account, and I'm just going to use that account just to pay my manufacturers so I don't spend any money in case I'm like, oh, let me go out and spend it on this. I'm just going to keep it in there so I can't access it, only pay manufacturers. So that's what I'm doing with my money. I'm just going to be fully reinvesting into the business, which is what you should do too, as long as you're not reliant on your business. All right, now the last thing I really quickly want to go over is if you have inventory and you're planning to drop this many months in this many months and you have 3 drops, make sure you space your drops out a little bit longer just so you can give this whole tariff situation more time to settle down. I don't think that this tariffs will last that long, but if you have 2 drops and you're going to drop this month and next month, I don't think the tariff issue will be fixed, and then you're going to be forced to order more inventory to keep dropping and stuff. So if you can, try to space it out maybe 2 weeks per drop. So instead of dropping every 4 weeks, you're dropping every 6 weeks, just to give this whole situation some time to die down. But other than that, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the takeaways that I can take away from this, and I hope you guys can implement it into your brand, and you guys can all boom. We're booming all 2025. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys.